This is the power switch, okay? And the power switch is for times when you are activated or your alarm switch has been triggered or tripped in a way that is pretty intense and you're feeling it very viscerally in your body, and you're either feeling very angry, very afraid, or very shut down. And now notice those little movements that I'm doing. And this is why this exercise works, is that when our alarm switch is triggered to that degree, it's deeply embodied, and we need to work at it at the body level. And what happens in the body is that even if it's subtle, we might not notice, but we are also all probably familiar with, we get tension headaches, we get neck pains, we get maybe stomach issues, we get lower back pain. Well, that's all because when the alarm switch is activated, either in an obvious and intense way or on a subtle day-to-day way, what we are doing when we go into fight, flight, or freeze is that our muscular system is actually girding us up for battle. And because remember, the fight, flight, or freeze mechanism is designed for life or death situations. But a lot of us have that mechanism switched on for a lot of our life that is not life or death. And so we have these kind of chronic fatigue because we have this muscular drain that's happening all the time. We have these pains, we have these digestion problems, etc. We have headaches. So this is going to help to alleviate all that, but it's also going to help if we are in a state of major upset, to get us to be able to use something that is powerful enough to switch off the alarm system, to turn off the surviving mode and turn on the thriving mode in a very kind of powerful fashion. So that's why it's called the power switch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exaggerate when I'm in fight, flight, or freeze. As you will continue to learn more about the nervous system, we'll know that the fight, flight, or freeze is the automatic part of our nervous system. It's the autonomic nervous system. It's often subconscious and unconscious. And so we have these subconscious, unconscious tensions: fight, flight, fear, or freeze, hide. We have these tensions where we gird up our body, and it's the fascia, it's the muscle, it's the fascia, which is like the sac around our muscles, creates like a whole, literally like armor. And so that happens automatically and unconsciously. And we can't possibly let go of a tension that is unconscious tension that is unconscious. We need to make it conscious. So one of the things that we do is when we're doing something to get our thriving part of our nervous system working, is that we have to make a deliberate choice. We have to choose. And so one of the things that really works is to choose to exaggerate the unconscious thing that's already happening, so that I can ramp it up a little bit so that I can let it go. So in this power switch, what we're going to do is we're going to exaggerate the tension so that we can feel it, bring it up to our consciousness, and then release it. Because when we release this tension, remember, the alarm system is sending a message from the base of the brain up to the thinking brain saying, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. And then the thinking part of the brain says, oh, it must be this, it must be that. But that part of the alarm system is the tension. If we disengage the tension, then the part of our brain that scans through our body goes, oh, I guess things are safe. The body's soft and supple. The opposite is true. There's a part of our brain that monitors and goes, oh, I wonder why he's tense. Well, he must be tense for a reason. Oh, she must be tense for a reason. There must be something dangerous going on. So what we're kind of doing is, like, our brain tricks us all the time. We're trying to trick it back in the way, using the mechanisms the way they work. And so if I release this muscular tension, it is going to send a message actually to my alarm systems to say, oh, they're all relaxed. I can turn off the alarm switch. There must be nothing wrong. So That's the theory, and here is the practice of it. And we'll break it down step by step. There are 4 steps. The first step is I'm going to exaggerate the tension. I'm going to breathe in, hold my breath, squeeze, and then out. And when I go out, like I make this sound, and like I'm releasing out my fingertips. Okay? And I'm going to do that a couple times. I'm really squeezing. I'm shaking. Now, if you're standing up and you're not used to this, you might get a little bit dizzy. So you maybe want to, I was doing that with my eyes closed, but keep my eyes open. Or if I need to do it sitting down, do it sitting down. Always, when you're doing these exercises, take care of yourself and modify them in ways that feel safe for you, okay? You know, my liability statement is also make sure you've checked with your doctor that you can do these types of exercises, and you have to take responsibility for your own health and don't just follow blindly, okay? But assuming that everything is good, you've checked with a doctor, you're good, then you can follow the instructions as they are. Otherwise, you can feel free to modify them in any way that you need to. Okay, so I'm out of breath even from doing that. So okay, I'll do that maybe 3 or 4 times. Then I'm on my feet. My feet are hip width apart. You can't see my feet, but they're just underneath my hips. And I'm bending my knees ever so slightly so that I feel the muscular engagement of my thighs. And then I'm bouncing. I'm shaking it out. And I can do this step for as long as I want. Sometimes for as long as 5 minutes. Maybe I'll even put on a song with a beat and I'll bounce to the beat. But what I'm just basically doing is like I'm shaking out the tension. And then I'm not really thinking about any particular movement. I'm just doing what feels good, but often recognizing that there's going to be tension in here, in my hips, in my belly, in my chest, in my arms, in my hands, in my face, around my eyes, in my butt. You shake that out. I might go on one foot and shake a leg out like the hokey pokey, the other, shake a leg out, shake my arms out. And I'm just really loosening my body. Remember, if I loosen my body, it tells my body that it's safe. It tells my nervous system to turn off the alarm. Oh, he's all loose. He's acting silly. And if you can even get a sense of acting silly, that's going to really turn it off even quicker. Okay? So that's step number 2. Then I start settling it down. I start slowing it down. And then I breathe in. And then That's step number 3, the humming, the extending the length of the exhale, humming and sighing at the same time. Okay? Extending the length of the exhale, humming, sighing, letting my weight settle down into my feet, into my legs, letting the body be soft and supple and loose and heavy, letting my body get heavy. Okay, heavy body. Okay, so that's step number 3. Then as I start to get heavy and I start to really extend the length of the exhale, I might feel it spontaneously, or I might start encouraging the yawning, triggering the yawning sensation. There is no animal in nature that will yawn if there is danger nearby. So if I yawn, I know that my alarm switch is off. I am not going to yawn and relax if I feel there is a threat. So I can, again, use my brain the way it works to activate the yawning mechanism to turn off the alarm switch, because yawning is a result of the alarm switch being turned off. So I can do the result ahead of time to create the result that I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is not just yawn, but I'm also going to take a page from nature and do what animals do, which is called pendiculating. And I'm going to yawn, twist, flex, and shake all at the same time. Yawning, twisting, flexing, shaking, all at once. And again, I'm going to let my body do whatever it wants in terms of movement. And I get a real yawn, I know I'm done. So that, all told, usually takes me about 5 minutes to do the whole thing. But you can extend any piece as long as you want, and you can do it for longer. This is for major upset. And by the end of that 5 minutes, my alarm switch is off and I'm usually changed state. Maybe I'll do it again if I get tripped or triggered again, if it's a big thing going on in my life. Maybe I'll do it again in an hour or a few hours, or maybe I'll do it a couple times a day. But it's work. I'm a little bit, shorter breath because it's exercise, right? And so I'm using a powerful tool for a powerful situation. All right, that's great. Hope you enjoy it. Please ask questions, figure it out. How to make it work for you, whatever accommodations that you need. Keep your body safe, and this can be a really powerful tool for you. It's the power switch.